A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I wanted to go back to writing, but this devil's technology had another idea. So I'm back to making videos. I was talking about how Allah throughout Asabor al-Maliki Daoud's book Kitab was asking him, please write me something new, right? So poor Maliki Daoud, if you know anything about the Bible, if the Bible is, in the translated correctly, he did some pretty shady stuff, but everything is written. If you think about how he was chosen out of all of his father's sons, he wasn't the biggest. He did not look the most capable. He was a small brother. He was young and everything, but he was a shepherd. And shepherds have to take care and protect, defend the flock, the sheep, from predators who want to eat them or steal them or whatever. And if you've never seen a sheep or a ram or a ewe, and I really need to learn how to say it in Arabic because the devil's language is so deceptive and ambiguous. The female sheep is called a ewe, and they spell it E-W-E. So I, really pondered over that for a long time. And the male is called a ram, right? But he's just deceptive and everything, because I'm really into cars too. I tried to deny it, but Lamborghini symbol is a bull, toro, right? But the name, it sounds like ram, Lamborghini ram, but the symbol is this big tough looking bull. But anyway, I saw a full grown ram in a magazine one time, and it was just astonishing because I had never seen one. Being an inner city descendant of slaves, you just don't see that type of thing. And that's the devil's intention. They don't want us to know anything about our planet and its inhabitants. But when you become a Muslim, Allah shows you these things from the inside of our planet, to the farthest, outside of our galaxy, beyond Pluto. He gives us knowledge of these things. But so Al-Maliki Daoud, I guess you could read his story in Sabor. And I don't know, I have this book of hadith, and one of the hadith, he's telling the story of Rasulullah Musa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it ends with Rasulullah Abdullah Muhammad Abdullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, I wish Rasulullah Musa had more patience with, and I learned the name. It was Dhul Kidra, which is, I had to look up what Dhul means, and it means with. So his name, Muslims, if you know any Muslims, whatever name we give you is dependent on the situation that we're in, right? So I know every Muslim probably got at least 2 names. But so uh, Rasulullah Dawood and Musa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can read that story of Rasulullah Musa and Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The more of the story is in the hadith, but he acts like, it's I guess people don't read because it's all in the Quran, so the imams and even the prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam acted like maybe he just wanted you to read the Quran, or maybe it was before Surah Al-Khaf was revealed, but he acted like that was it for the story, and he was just so sad that we didn't know more of Prophet Musa's interaction with Dhul Qidra, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But reading the hadith, you have to be careful. Being in a nation, we have more knowledge than what they have, although they do have a lot of details that the devil's religion tries to hold back or keep us from knowing. So it's good to study everything, and you can find little things that have been hidden from us. So getting back to the song, I haven't written a song that I really, really like since I don't know what year it was, but I was in New Orleans in jail, and I sometimes try to hide the fact that I've been to jail, but I look at it like Jesus, Rasulullah Isa sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to jail. Malik, MLK. That's so crazy because Malik is king, and a lot of people say MLK for MLK Jr., and his name was King. So, he was headed towards the right path because he had a meeting with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and completely changed his teachings. And then, we know what happened to him, but he was imprisoned unjustly. This world puts good people in jail for doing good things and kills them and beats them up and tries to get them to change. Sayyid Qutb, who was very big influence on a lot of Muslims who tried to follow the deen, the will of Allah, and he was killed. Nelson Mandela, King's influence was Gandhi, and there's so many people, I can say Tupac's mother, Imam Jamil, are in prison for doing righteousness in this world. The devil doesn't want us to influence. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was in prison just because the devil did not want him teaching the truth, especially while he was at war during World War II. They released him at the end of the war, because they're looking for ignorance, people to who are ignorant of what this country is all about, and it's just imperialism, colonialism, stealing, trying to take other people's land and resources. But I wrote 3 songs. Being in jail, it isolates you, and if you have any type of talent, a lot of Tupac wrote a lot of his music while he was in jail. You could kind of tell. I believe he wrote Dear Mama, when he was in jail. And MLK, Malik, wrote Letter from a Birmingham Jail, and it really kind of brings out your creativity. And do you know, when I got out, I was in one of my little, I called it the honeycomb hideouts, but they sent these two big, huge, fat police or whatever, and I was like up high. The only way to get there was to like climb this ladder, but they took the songs that I wrote, and I was, I still remember them. That's how you know that they were like good songs. But anyway, yesterday, Hakeem, it's such a challenge, but Allah does not give you anything that you cannot handle, so I just thank for all my children. And Barry Gordy, if you don't know, he started out as a songwriter. He used to write songs. He tried to sing them, but he was not as good as other people singing. So he went through something involving his children, and he wrote a song for his children, which was his first hit, and it was the title of his book, To Be Loved. Jackie Wilson sang it, and he wrote it for his children. And it's funny because last night I was thinking about Stevie Wonder's song, I Wish, which is telling on everybody because I could relate so much to that song. The part about, not the part about not getting them for Christmas. I never had that, but trying your best to bring the water to your eyes. When you supposed to have been home and you was out doing something and thought I told you not to go outside. I went through all of that, and the using your money for offering to go buy candy. And he said after church is through, but we used to go during church. But he was just like telling all our secrets. So, and also he wrote a song for his first child, Aisha. And it's interesting because Barry Gordy said he really liked Sarita, who was Stevie's first wife. And he knew Stevie Wonder since he was a little boy. And shout out to Stevie. Sarita ended up having a career in music, and she became an MGT later on in life. She joined the Nation. If you're wondering what happened to her, she became an MGT. And Allahu Akbar. He wrote a song about their daughter Aisha, and I forgot what the name means. I believe it's like Isha, something about Isha, which is a prayer that Muslims make. It's the name of a prayer. And L Boogie, Lauren, she just had a birthday, which is kind of significant to me because I didn't know our birthdays were so close together. But she wrote a song to her firstborn son, which I did not like at the time. I don't know why I felt like that, but I could see the beauty in it. Maybe it's his name or something, I don't know. But I saw a video of her, and she has like 11 children, but he wasn't there, and it was like a video. And I think it ended with like, where is Zion? Because all her other children were there, and I'm thinking he was the one recording it all, So he could give it to her later, probably as like his control or hormone, like he's grown up. But anyway, all that to say, I wrote a song for my children, and it came out really good, better than I had expected it to come out. Allah's best nowhere. So I don't know, I'm sensitive, but the beat is crazy because while I was writing it, I don't know why Allah just gave me this rhythm before I even started. It was like, right? Because I watch a lot of jazz, and I listen to jazz, and they always count off the tempo before they begin to play, you know. So I can't help it. I know how to play instruments, you know. So it just, now it's like, if I sing, sometimes I have to get my instrument. I play piano, but I tambourine, which is like the drums section. And for some reason, like since I became homeless, I have a portable instrument which is very similar to the piano. So a lot of times I have to have a instrument, and I play the guitar. But this song sounds like, as I was writing, I was like, this melody, it sounds like something else, So when I got to the last verse, I remembered who it was. So shout out to the Lost Boys. I don't know if you remember me. I always feel like people don't remember me, but it seems kind of rare to be interviewed by a crew of all females. You know, the camera person is a female, the interviewer is a female, and everybody in the crew is female. So I met the Lost Boys in like 90 something, the roaring 90s, and I wanted to interview the I guess I can't remember the name, the band leader, but he was like, nah. You know, sometimes people are not right, you know, especially in the music industry. So he passed, and so I ended up interviewing the other member of the group who passed. You know, rest in peace. I don't want to say their names because it's like, seriously, but yeah, so shout out to the Lost Boys. And this song could actually go with any one of their tunes because the rhythm is the same. They have a song called Renee, which I thought my song could go to it, but it's kind of sad, you know. And my song is thoughtful, you know. It makes you think, but I don't want it sad, you know. And I believe in the power of positive thinking. So you know, thinking, but keep it positive. And then they have another song on the other end of the spectrum, and it's Keep on Trucking, originally by what's her name? The guy who originated the falsetto. From the Temptations. I can't think of his name. I'm gonna have to write it in later. Probably because they wore those skinny jeans, tapered pants. But the Primes, I forgot, and they sang background for a lot of Motown people. A lot of people don't know Mary Wells. They sang background before they became, I call them the Temps, because I don't like the idea behind their name. But had a solo career. But one of my the elders in our community made sure that I knew that lights, camera, action was really Keep on Trucking. I want to say Paul, but I know it's not Paul. I cannot remember his name, but somebody told me he was the original falsetto singer. And I did not want to use that song because it's too much going on that I'm not with. So the song that really, really put them on the map was it's the big, like the Jeeps, the Lex Coupes, the Beamers, and the Benz. And I think about how much cars have changed in hip hop. You know, I interviewed EPMD, and one of the things that I heard broke them up. I interviewed them with the Back in Business when they was back together, and I asked them, you know, why did you guys break up? But P was like, we ain't gonna get into all that. We don't worry about all that, you know. So, but I saw their Unsung, and they said it was due to money management. You know, he had better management of his money than Eric Sermon, you know, and it was crazy because Eric Sermon had like 2 big, tall, beautiful models looking girls with him, and P was like, you know, nobody. Shout out to KC, my other guy I worked with. He was supposed to interview them, but he got starstruck. He was like, no, I can't interview him. You do it. And I was like, but I can't. Look what I got on. No, I didn't want to interview them with what I had on, but I was like, you know, you want to be like that. We got to get the interview, so it is what it is. And if you don't know, Eric Sermon's eyes are like these leaves. You would not believe. I know a lot of people with green eyes, but his eyes are like, if you Google green, they like bright green, not hazel, not light green, but like green, akhdar. His eyes are like unbelievably, like, how is that even possible? You know, I think about chlorophyll, you know, and all I could think is his eyes just full of chlorophyll because they are like bright green, not dark green, not light green, but like in the spectrum is right in the middle between yellow and blue. Like, you put an equal amount of yellow, equal amount of blue, and some shine in it. That's Eric Sermon's eyes. It was like crazy, but shout out to Eric Sermon. I just saw a video of some old song that he did with Method Man. He just had a birthday too, and Redman. And it's like, as I'm getting older, my tastes are really changed because I like Redman better than Method Man now because he's funny. He can make me laugh. Cuteness is not as important as it used to be. You know, when you get older, you realize, yeah, you're going to get old, and are you still going to like me when I get wrinkles and my hair turns gray? I might get a little metabolism imbalance. You know, you still going to stay with me, you know. So, of course, you want cute, but for the children, but you also have to have something else, you know, for when you get old. You still gonna have your sense of humor, you know, be able to make me laugh about it, or, you know, getting old or whatever. But Meth, he don't rap like he used to do, and it's like he doesn't know it. I think about Flav when he came out with some kind of album, and hip hop is all about braggadocio, but if your flow cannot back up your braggadocio, then I don't know, it's kind of sad in my opinion. But also Black Star, after like 24 years, I posted it on my blog. They came out with the album, and my litmus test for determining if I like a song is first, if I turn it down then that subconsciously means, you know, and I don't realize it until I actually do it, and I'm like, oh, that must mean I don't really like it, you know, because the loud music, the louder the better, you know what I mean? So when I reach for that volume button, it's like, man, that's not a good indicator. But I didn't have to do that with Black Star's sophomore album, you know, but You know, I learned from like hip hop heavyweights that you're supposed to listen to an album like on repeat for a long time. So I did that. I listened to it and I kind of dug it. You know, it was kind of disappointing because Yasin, his voice, in my opinion, sound like he really been through it. You know, just the gravelly in his voice. The I don't know if he, I don't know, but that's like bad. In my opinion, I'm liking Talib a little bit better. And I went to a Talib Kweli show just to see Yasin. You know, like I do not like you know, Kweli. The only song I like by him is the one that was produced by Kanye. I couldn't figure out why I liked it, but I found out later because it was produced by Yeezy, and I'm so glad. Shout out to Kanye, you coming back, you know, your a circle, you know. In my opinion, I don't know, but I guess I could be like Allah, just give us some new music. You know, it's kind of insensitive. That's the word, you know, because I know he been through it. I think about his children. Lord have mercy. He seemed like he still might be able to start over. You know, he's still, you know, I think he might be 30 something. I don't know. My son said he and like Future and the Game are about the same age, and I just went back and watched that. My introduction to the Game was that Boost Mobile commercial with him and Yeezy and somebody else, Ludacris. Yeah, that Boost Mobile commercial. That was the first time I had ever heard a Game, and his album cover was shot right around the corner from where I was living at the time. BBS, whatever. But yeah, so all that to say, I wrote a song, and I wanted to write all this, but Allah had other plans, and He is the best planner, so I just go with His plan. So yeah, shout out Lost Boys, Berry Gordy, Stevie Wonder, L Boogie, and anybody who ever made a song for their children. Assalamu alaikum.